Now we are going to discuss about the implicit intent. So we have already discussed that in order to perform the navigation in Android, we are in need of intent. It is of two types. One is explicit and another one is implicit. If we know the activity name in advance, then we can move for explicit intent. If the activity is unknown to us, then we have to move towards the intent that is called as implicit intent. So now let us get into the practical exposure. Let us get into file, new project. So empty activity. Next, I am going to give the name as implicit intent. So we have to choose the language Kotlin and we have to choose Jelly Bean. Let us give finish. So the project is loading. Let's wait for some time. Now let us get into the activity main.xml. So let's have a design. I am going to add two buttons. Button 1, I am going to place it somewhere else, and then I am going to add the second button. So that button has to be placed next to it. So the first button, for the first button I am going to set the name as, let us get into button.text. We have to scroll out. Yes, button.text. I am going to change the name as call to dialer. Right, I am going to give call to a dialer. So the aim is that when I click the button, the mobile phone's dialer has to be called. That is the activity. This activity to be called is mobile phone's dialer. So for the second button, I am going to give the name as call to browser. Alright. So when I click this button, the activity that has to be called is browser page. So when I click the first button, the dialer page has to be, the dialer activity has to be called. When I click the second button, the browser activity has to be called. So I don't know the name of dialer activity, or I don't know the name of browser activity. So we are moving towards implicit intent. Okay. So now the dialer and the browser, two buttons are created successfully. Let us get into the code part. The errors are shown here. As same as that, we have to give the missing constraint. So let us give on click. When the particular button is clicked on, I have to call the function. Let us give the function name as show. Okay, no problem. The error is shown. Let's add the function in the KT file. Yes, the suggestion is given. We have to create show of view in the main activity. Yes, the show of view is created here. Now I am going to give on click. Okay, here also the suggestion is given here. We can call the new function or we can call the same function. Inside the function, with the help of if statement, we can call the activity. I am going to call the same function. Show. Okay. Now I have to give the missing constraint. Let us wait. Let us click the button. The suggestion is shown here. Let us give missing constraints. The errors are thrown out. Now again, for this also I am going to click the missing constraints. Okay. The errors are thrown successfully. Let us get into the activity.kt file. Here I have to give the code on show off. So here I have to call, I have called when both the buttons. When I click the first button, it will call the same show function. When I click the second button, then it will also call the same function. So after calling the same function, I have to move to the particular activity. So here I am going to use switch concept. We have already discussed how to do switch in Kotlin. The when I have to use, the name is view. The suggestion is given here, view, yes, view dot id. I have to take the id. If the particular id is button 1 or dot id dot, if the particular thing is button, that is, this is the first button, then I have to move towards the dialer page. So dialer page, let us give, within the brace I am going to give the code because I have to do the two activities. One is intent activity and another one is start activity. So here I am going to create the variable. Let us give the name as I equal to, I have to give same thing, that is intent of. So I have to call the intent dot action dial, which means that it will call the dialer activity. I don't know the activity name of the dialer, so I am going to call action dial. Right, intent dot action dial. The suggestion is given here. I am going to choose date. After that, I have to call the, I have to give the phone number. So that I have to give, I have to perform parsing. So that I have to give URI parsing. URI dot parse. Again, the suggestion is given. Now I have to give, what is this? It's a, I have to give the telephone number. So within the double quotes, I have to give the number. The number I am going to give is telephone number, so that I have to give TEL colon. You can give your own number. Something as 1, 2, 3, that is 10-digit number. Your mobile number, your own mobile number you can give. After that, I have to perform start activity. Start activity of the particular variable I. So this is the first thing. So if I click the second button, I have to call the browser. So let us give again r dot id dot, the suggestion is given, that is button 2, followed by a hyphen arrow, and then within the braces again I have to create the variable. You can give the same variable because the scope of the variable is within the particular brace only. I scope. Again I have to give the intent of. Again I have to give intent dot. I have to call the browser now. So for that I have to give action view. Okay. After that I have to do the same URI parse. URI parse. URI parse. Let us give the website address. Let us give http colon / www.google.com. So again I have to start activity. Yes, start activity of I. Okay. So if there is this is the thing we have to do. Okay. So if nothing is happened, if anyone created the third button as a misunderstand or as a error, then we can give else message, else print. Let us give something no match. Okay. Now the code of KT file is also over. Now the code of XML file is also over. Now the one thing I have to do is, for browser at all, we are in need of internet permission. So I have to get into the manifest file. Let us get into manifest, and I have to click the Android manifest.xml file. I have to open the Android manifest.xml file. Here I have to give the permission. I have to access the internet. So I have to give the tag here. So that's the user's permission is the tag. User's permission of Android name, it's these are all automatically filled up. Now I have to give the internet permission, so that I have to give Android permission internet. So after that I have to close the tag. So these are all the things we have to do. Okay. So let us execute. Let us see what will happen. Let's build our project. Make project. Let's wait for some time till the particular page is building. So it is showing the error. Yes, I didn't give the open and close brace for switch. So I have to give the open and close brace. Yes, let's rebuild it. Our project is built successfully. Let us run. Let us run the app. Okay, the app is running. Let us go to emulator. It's loading. The previous page is replaced by the new one. We have to wait for some time. Yes. Only one button is view. Okay, we have to see what is the problem. Let's come back. Wait for a minute. So we have to find out the error. What is the error? Only one button is shown. The reason behind that is the call to browser is the first button. After that we have added the second button, that is call to a dialer. So this button was hidden by this button. So for that, the reason is that whenever the error is thrown to us, we have given the missing constraint attributes. Ignore missing constraints, so that the buttons are overridden one another. For that, so after adding the button, let us place the button's position. So we have to click the bubbles. We have to click the bubble. We have to move towards the end, and we have to move towards this end, and again we have to move towards the upper end, and we have to move towards the lower end. While moving towards the lower end, we have to specify the gap between these two buttons. So now after the particular button, after some gap, the second button will be displayed. So now we have moved the button. We have placed the button also. So let us rebuild it, and let us see what happens. The project is building, rebuild. So let us execute the project. Let us run the app. Okay, we will wait for some time. Give cancel. The emulator is opening. Yes, now we have two buttons. Let's press the plus and let's zoom in. Call to browser and call to dialer. So when I press call to dialer, the dialer page has to be opened. Let us click it. Yes, this is what tell off. We have given the telephone number. The telephone number is displayed here. Okay. So now we have to click back. When I press this call button, the calling is going on. The calling window and the time running window, everything is shown, but it won't make a call. So this view, this simulation can be done. Okay, if we install the app in our mobile, then the actual call will be happen, because there will be there will be a network. Okay, it may be our own network. Our own network will make a call. The provisions for calling, everything will be done in our app, that is with the help of implicit intent. If we have the network, if we have our own network, the network will make a success call. So let's close it and let's get into the back, and now let's click call to browser. Now the browsing page, that is google.com, has to be opened. Yes, the Google page is opened. Let's search something. Let's give IPL. Let's see what happened. The searching things will be done automatically. The browser is open because we have given users permission internet, so that the internet accessibility is taken place. Okay. Yes, the IPL and the team scores and team winnings, everything is given. So this is what the purpose of implicit intent. So with the help of the implicit intent, without knowing the particular activity name, we can use the particular activity successfully. So have a practice, and we will meet in the next session. Thank you.